So hey everyone, this is Monday, June 20, 2022, The Hindu Delhi edition. Okay, so as usual, we'll be first identifying the most important news, followed by a detailed analysis of the same. So before going forward, let me first answer yesterday's question regarding Strait of Magellan. Right. So I'll make a map for you. So this is your South America. Okay, and like this, and here lies your Strait of Magellan. Okay. Fine, Magellan. Okay, so I'll show you the map so you can understand. This is Atlantic Ocean this side, and this is Pacific Ocean, and here is your somewhere here is your Antarctica. So sailors, what is the significance? That sailor, if they are coming like this, they don't have to go like this to Pacific Ocean. They can easily cross this, so it will save fuel, it will save time, and the sailors do not have to enter this region of, this is westward drift region, right? Westward drift is a ocean current. Fine, so they won't have to enter this region. Okay, so they can easily get from here to here, and hence it connects to ocean. And we know the definition of a strait. A strait is what? Narrow strip or narrow channel of water bodies connecting to bodies, should be okay, to large water bodies. Fine, this is the definition of strait. Okay, you understand this now? So we'll see the map also. Let's see the map. Strait of Magellan. You can see here, this is your, on the right side it is your Atlantic Ocean, on the left side it is Pacific Ocean, and you can see that this Strait of Magellan lies entirely in Chile. Okay, so it lies entirely in Chile. Okay, now it is clear. So I should move forward now to the news identification part. Yes, let me give you today's question. The question for today is question for, I think today is 20th. Yes, 26 2022 question. Identify Drakensberg on world map. Okay, and tell me by comment about it, why it is so steep. Okay, why it is so steep, you have to tell me this. Fine, so this is your today's homework, right? You understand it now? Now let's now identify things to win better perspective. Okay, this seems better now. No, I prefer this. This is very best. And I think it do not allow. I'm very new to this. Okay, fine. Let's see. The today's news identification should be done. Okay, now service says rule out rollback of Agnipath, reveals hiring plan. So 3 services have said that there shouldn't be any rollback of this Agnipath scheme. Okay, we'll see this very briefly. District rank for Agnivir. India gives emergency visas for Afghan Hindus and Sikh. Okay, India has really helped us during this crisis, says Random. Yes, Mahodia Furera, real blood in ballot battle play out in local body election. Telco Sikh clear norm for private network. Yes, this is going to be the next issue. God hit set spy jet plane engine ablaze, not required. Let's see if we have anything here. Told to pay 5 lakh for negligence. Missing from college life, the DU experience. Okay, nothing here. There is nothing here. Nothing on these pages. Okay. Okay, on the editorial page, the EPI may rankle, but India's can recast policies. Okay, so this is regarding, okay, we'll see this environment performance index. It is, so it is important. Designation failure. Okay, not required. It is for that person. Yesterday it was in news. that is not required. Monsoon jitters. Okay, we'll see this. Episodes of drought in India has occurred, right? Recognizing the compulsory women worker. We have to do this very briefly. Okay, petty patent can boost R&D. What is this petty patent? We have to understand this. Is it just getting a patent or some other kind of patent it is talking about? I don't know. I have to see. Okay, this is important. WTO is always important with respect to UPSC. It is their favorite, right? Auctioning 5G spectrum band. Yesterday it was also there. Today it is also there. This will be news for quite some time now. Mixed reality. We'll do the gist. Okay, some flood is very heart-wrenching. Okay. Agree to have distinct rank. Okay, I've already talked about it. RSJ or Rahul Gandhi is not scared. Truth shall prevail. Okay, there's nothing here. Nothing here. Crime against India, Bangladesh should work on river management. Child has right to access both parents. This is important. Okay, Ukraine war could last years. NATO chief. Sri Lankan troop open fire to contain fuel riots. Palestinian not required. Macron alliance projected to lose parliamentary majority. Spoiler undecided India South Africa share series. Okay. Karthik Hardik our enforcers at death. Blue Land Lanka. Okay, in general we do not have many important news on these pages with respect to our examination. Fine. So we have done identifying the news. Now let's move directly to the news analysis, right? So the three wings, right, had said that they have ruled out the possibility of rollback of Agnipath scheme. Aspirants should not have been part of the protest, right? Terming Agnipath only progressive state to make in army younger a senior military officer. Ruled out any roadblock to scheme and said that those applying for it should give an undertaking that they did not take part in protest that broke out at the announcement. Fine. The three services announced the recruitment schedule for first batch of Agniveer with training set to commence by 2022. You look, this Agnipath scheme has 3-4 angles to it, right? We have to understand the angles of this Agnipath scheme. So I'll give you a picture this time because it is important. So Agni, let me change the pen color, right? Agnipath scheme. Okay. So what is this scheme and why is this scheme, right? Its benefits you have to first understand. What is the benefit? Number one, make army younger, right? Save on pensions. These are the two main benefits of this scheme, right? So this saving this make army younger will make army more strong, right? And because we know that younger people have more kind of enthusiasm than with older people. It is not that older people do not have that, but younger people have more enthusiasm than older people, and that's why this step of making army younger will make the army more strong. And save on pensions. This money will be diverted to army not exactly army, to modernization of armed forces. Okay, so this is the benefit. You understand now what is the benefit? So Agnipath scheme is in this way very beneficial. Okay, so after this let's see what you understand this now. So protest. Why protest? Why people are protesting? Why protest? Number one, this 25% retention clause is considered too less demanding for at least 50% retention. Second, what will youth do post retirement? That is after 4 years. What will the youth do? These are two major challenges. Okay, so one challenge is that this 25% retention clause is not good, and second is what will you do post retirement. Okay, now the problem is, considering all these things, now we have to understand that people who protested are actually going to suffer. Okay, the students who violently protested will suffer. Okay, you see that they are now required to declare that they were not part of the debate of the protest. Okay, so these things are there. Now with this background, let's understand this. Okay, so these services announced the retirement recruitment of first batch. There is no space for indiscipline in armed forces, no space for arson and vandalism. Every individual who aspires to join Agnipath has to give an undertaking and place that they have not taken part in any protest or arson. There will be police verification. After that, no one can come into armed forces without police verification. Okay, these things are there. Fine. So Agnipath is not going to be rolled back, as said by the three chiefs. Right. Distinct rank for Agnivir. Agnivir recruited under Agnipath scheme will have a distinct rank different from any other existing rank and also sport distinctive insignia on uniform. According to terms and conditions of the scheme, personnel enrolled will be required to undergo periodic medical checkups and physical and written tests. Right? Okay, let's see next. Telcos seek clear norms for private network. Cellular Operator Association of India has urged government to ensure that new captive private network with Union Cabinet recently approved are made to conform the same license fee and GST payment requirement as existing and all those things. Okay, for a level playing field. So what they are saying, that this captive thing, you understand, captive 5G spectrum. I have explained this many times, and I'll give you just a gist. So say this is the spectrum band. Okay, this is what a spectrum band. So what's happening from say omega hertz to omega naught hertz to omega hertz. Okay, this is the band. So what's happening? It is saying that some of them may be given to private individuals, some part may be given to private companies for their own utility and not for market sale, analogous to captive coal mining. Okay, now so what are these saying? Telcos are saying that for now these are given to telcos. Okay, and this is given to say private ABC Limited, right? So what is required? Level playing field. Okay, so this is what they are talking about, right? Okay, fine. That is level playing field matlab means fees, fines, rules, regulations, etc. should be same. Means to treat equals as equals, right? Okay, so we didn't have any news on these pages, and we directly move to editorial page, which obviously we'll be doing at last with op-ed and text and context pages, right? Now let's see on these pages if we have anything. I don't see any news here on these pages. Yes, child has right to access both parents. SC on hearing petition of a father. The Supreme Court stepped into the shoes of children who find themselves in middle of custody battle between estranged parents. Okay, saying the child is happiest when he or she can have both parents. The top court was hearing an appeal from Rajasthan where the family court has rejected the father's plea for interim custody of his minor son in July 2021. The State High Court has dismissed his appeal in an order in which COVID-19 pandemic features prominently. A bench led by Justice Indira Banerjee said the lower court's order could not be faulted. But SC then went on to card several occasions, such as son's birthday, weekends, and summer vacations, during which father could meet and spend time with him. The child would perhaps be happiest if he could have both parents. Unfortunately, the parents are unable to resolve their differences and stray together. Be that it may be, the child has right to access both parents, okay, and get love and affection of both parents. The child cannot be denied the company of father. The issue of custody and access to child court so resume before family court, okay, and all those things are there. You understand this now? So child has right to both father and mother. Okay, let's see if anything here. No, nothing. Okay, so we have done analysis of the news. Now let's move directly to analysis of editorial. The EPI may rankle, but India can recast policies. So there is this Environment Performance Index. This comes every year. Okay, the country out to adopt dashboard approach to indicators modeled on this proposal, right? I cannot read it. Stiglitz-Fitosi proposal. Let's see what it is. It may be written in examination as a way forward, right? Let's see. For a government acutely sensitive to global rankings, the latest EPI placing India last among 180 access country has naturally touched a raw nerve. The assessment carried out by Yale and Columbia University with an emphasis on climate change mitigation has become controversial for prioritizing the flow of greenhouse gas from countries where reducing the emphasis on stock of carbon dioxide from industrialized countries that is warming the globe. Evidently, if the countries were assigned a penalty for stock of CO2 in the atmosphere, rather it can measure the mitigation actions over a decade, India would have fare much better. Less controversially, the EPI dwells on performance on air quality, waste management, and ecological conservation methods. So there are three pillars. Government response. Unsurprisingly, the EPI ranking sources have been rejected by the Union government as based on unfounded assumptions, surmises, and unscientific methods. The national rank of 165 country on climate policy and a score of 21.7 in this category, with overall 38% weightage in the calculation, along with 42% for ecosystem vitality and 20% for environmental health, has particular significance. India is under pressure to raise its ambition and commitment towards more ambitious 1.5 degrees centigrade goal for temperature rise under the Paris Climate Agreement, going beyond the less rigorous target of 2 degrees. Within the overall climate score, India does better in some metrics such as growth rate for black carbon, methane, fluorinated gases. Okay, so this is also a metric. Based on their intensity and per capita volume, the index rate in country low on projected greenhouse gas emission for mid-century, a target of net zero emission. The EPI report estimates that China, India, United States, and Russia are expected to account for over 50% of global residual greenhouse gas emissions. So who are they? China, India, US, and Russia. The projection has met with strong protest from India, which has faltered the EPI for introducing a new metric on climate with increased weightage in calculation compared to 2020 assessment. It stands accused of ignoring the important tenet of equity in global climate policy within United Nations framework, that India has low per capita GHG emission, reduced intensity GHG emission in its economy, made big strides achieving 40% renewable power generation, etc. Right? Claims and low PARI score. The country has protested that new India State of Forest report was not factored in part of biodiversity metric. On the face of it, India scored abysmally low on some of the ecosystem vitality variables such as marine protected area and protected area representative index. Okay, so two things are there. MPA and PARI. India has got less there. Terrestrial biome protection and TBM global. Wetland loss preservation is among best scores for India at 62. Given the many biomes that exist in the country, the low PARI score put pressure on government to defend its claim that EPI scores for biodiversity health are faulty due to weakness in collecting species and habitat data. The ISFR, on which the Union government relies, ran into trouble for making spectacular claims because of perceived methodological weaknesses. It is faulted for relying on relaxed definition of forest, claiming expansion of forest when satellite imagery of the same area showed decline. Ecologist and co-founder of Nature Conservation Foundation, MD Madhusudan, pointed out that palm tree in private plantation in Tamil Nadu, tea states in several states, and even urban tea agglomerations were found added as forest. Researchers have been demanding that actual map used for SFR estimates be released publicly, not just a report making claims of expansion. Biome protection, air quality, right? The EPI assigned a rate for India in protecting biome has led to sharp differences too. The index assigned a laggard rank on tropical and subtropical dry broadleaf and coniferous forest, montane grassland and shrubland, and worst performance on desert and xeric subland. The government defense is the national and legal boundaries for protected area may not match geographical boundaries of biome, and international classification may not be optimal to measure conservation. Okay. A second sensitive area in which India brings up the rear in EPI is air quality. With a score of 7.8 and a rank of 179, the familiar dispute over data and reliability of several parameters has reopened. The government faults the data set on pollution concentration data, covering mainly PM 2.5 oxides of nitrogen, sulfur dioxide, and volatile organic compounds because of higher uncertainty in regions with less sensitive monitoring network and emission inventories. Although the scores and rank will be contested, there is a little doubt that India's air is widely seen as among the foulest. Data for 2019, when economic activity was unfiltered by COVID-19, attribute 1.67 million deaths during the year from air pollution. Okay, this has been reiterated by the recent literature and commentary into the life and planetary health, pointing out India has developed instruments and regulatory power to mitigate pollution sources, but there is no centralized system to drive pollution control efforts and achieve substantial improvement. Okay, in 93% of India, the amount of pollution remains well above WHO guidelines. Fine, this is a data that can be used. Okay, fine. There are some aspects of EPI that Union government has rejected, blaming the ranking agencies for not engaging with Indian climate change mitigation program. And for not providing a handicap under the United Nations principle of CBDR, okay, and respectively, okay, CBDR-RC, which forms the basis of Paris Agreement. Okay, India's defense has always been that its current emission profile may be high, but it has today's living standards of 100 and millions with cheap energy. It seeks a significant share of remaining global carbon budget and climate fund for mitigation action. Green goals. The national case would have been stronger if policies on luxury urban emissions are aimed at helping poorer Indians. On transport, prevailing high fuel and vehicular taxes could exclusively drive changes and raise green common, such as clean public transport, cycling, and pedestrianization. The national policy for achieving zero emission by 2070 provides a longer timeline for coal phase out, but other areas can benefit from policies that prevent a carbon lock-in effort. Emission from building, including embedded carbon in construction material, etc., has provided scope for reduction. India has also not expanded disaggregate rooftop solar power. Yes, this is a problem. That aggregate rooftop solar power has not been expanded much as it was expected. Okay, there can be excessive reliance on carbon sinks in short term. Fine. Okay, what India needs is to adopt a rigorous dashboard approach to indicators, assigning high weight to environment, modeled on the proposal made by Amartya Sen, Joseph Stiglitz, and Jean-Paul Fitoussi in their exploration of development beyond GDP. This can generate good data, identify the real beneficiaries of policy, avoid serious environmental deficits, and ensure intergenerational equity in the natural resources. It can also curb pollution. Distorted ranking from external assessment would matter later. Okay. So fine, this is a good article. We came to know about many things, but yes, this cannot be replicated entirely. This is one more thing. So the second one is monsoon jitters. Episodes of drought in India happened when monsoon fails in July and August. Cut. The monsoon landed early in Kerala, 3 days ahead of normal date of June 1. The journey upward of its western branch has since been then timely but lacking vigor. The latest IMD figure suggests that monsoon is running 8% deficit. Central India, which has largest swath of land dependent on rain-fed agriculture, has only 52% of rain that is due. The southern peninsula has 22% deficit. Only India's east and northeastern part are battling the diametrically opposite problem of too much rain. with floods in Assam and Meghalaya submerging entire villages. Okay, so what had happened that in India is experiencing a very different condition of one of its parts facing monsoonal deficit and other is facing monsoonal excesses, right? So let me make the map for you, then it would be better to understand. Okay, it is like this somewhat, and this is your Jammu and Kashmir section. Fine. Okay, so let's see. So we know one thing that this is more or less your 100 centimeter ISO height. You understand what is ISO height? Okay, and one is your here 100 centimeter ISO height. What is ISO height? Place is getting same rainfall, right? 100 centimeter. Okay, and this is the section of India that receives less than even 100 centimeter of annual rainfall. And we know that monsoon is about 80 to 85% of annual rainfall, brings this much annual rainfall to India. Okay, considering that, therefore in monsoon month, what amount of rainfall will be there? 80 to 85 centimeter is expected. But what had happened is this, that look, monsoon came, okay, and you know that monsoon divides from here. If some goes like this in India, okay, some goes here, some goes here, okay, fine, like this. It enters India and meet near Agra, okay, and some will travel like this from various passes. It can go inside, and from here it goes like this and meet near Agra, okay, Agra, it meets near Agra, okay, fine. So it is saying that this branch, the western branch that we can see, let me take this color, this western branch is not delayed but lacks vigor, okay, and we understand that this western branch only goes inside this rain-fed area, okay, rain-fed region, fine. So what will happen? There would be less rain here, and already they are dependent on rain, and there is less rain, then crop failure is a condition that may occur. This is Garo Khati Jantiya, this, and one is here, okay. Now this region, okay, is experiencing, this region is doing what? It is experiencing, okay, this region is experiencing heavy rainfall causing floods. Example in Assam and Meghalaya, right? And this region that can have potential, that can be potentially droughted if rainfall is not normal. This is what it is trying to explain, the article is trying to explain, okay. Now let's see the northwest India. The monsoon is yet to arrive, okay, northwest is yet to arrive. It is critical to Kharif sowing, and so faltering June has raised concern of several quarters. However, there is little to be worried about. The junction June rainfall, particularly in first fortnight, is historically patchy and contributes less than 18% to monsoon rainfall, okay. The IMD has historically chosen not to issue forecast for the month, unlike July and August, which is the main supply month. In fact, real worry that lingers over horizon is the rainfall in July and August. Look, what is the rainfall pattern in India? We have to understand generally in India, right? I'm not saying that every state or every part has this thing, but in general the rainfall is like this. This is rainfall in centimeter, this is month, okay. So It goes like this: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Fine. June to September, maybe October, maybe before October, right? Up to here. Okay. So in January there is very little rain. In February there is very little. Oh no, not like this. I have to. Okay, January, February, March. Okay. So in January there is little rain. February, March, April more or less. May very less. From June it starts picking up. By the time it is in July, it is on the peak. By the time it is in August, it is on the peak. By September, it falls, and by October, it actually becomes again low. So this is the most rainfall, right? So this period is called the monsoon plus post-monsoon period. Okay. So this is what it is talking about, that IMD does not focuses on June but focus on July and August for rainfall predictions, right? For rainfall predictions. Okay, so this is what it is saying. So you have to understand that the graph is somewhat like this. It should be like exactly, it should have been like this, but I wanted to make it like this only. It became like this. Okay, fine. So let's see. Okay, given up to the June to September rainfall over the country was likely to be 103%. The central India was likely to get above normal. The monsoon core zone, which consists of most of the rainfed area, too, is expected to receive above normal. In previous year, there has been pattern of normal and above normal rains, etc., etc., etc. Take the expectation of good monsoon are premised on the persistence of La Nina, concern of the El Nino characteristics. However, IOD, another index of significance to monsoon, is expected to be negative. Whether La Nina can compensate for dampening IOD remains to be seen. Okay, it is saying that look, 2-3 factors are there for monsoon. One of the factor is monsoon. Look, monsoon has many factors, but there are 2-3 factors and effects. Okay, factor number 1, La Nina effect is increases monsoon. Second, El Nino decreases monsoon. Third, positive IOD increases monsoon. Negative IOD decreases monsoon. You understand these 4 things? So it is said that La Nina and these 2 are there, right? These 2 are coming together. So it is to be seen that how far IOD's negativity can be compensated by La Nina's positivity. Okay, this is what it is, right? You understand it now? Now let's move further and see the next one. Recognizing compulsory women worker by Brinda Karat. Okay, and who is she? She is the MP or what? CP, member of CPIM Polity Bureau. Okay, then this is, there is an urgent need for widespread survey on poor rural women and how they spend time. Okay, so this is done. Okay, survey on poor rural women and how they spend their time. Yes, this is very important. This is most important thing at today's junction. Okay, CMIE reported that labor participation rate of rural women was 9.92 in March compared to 67.24 for men. This is the cause of concern. Yes, this is the cause of concern because 50% of the population is contributing just 9.92%. Okay, look, give it a read. Okay, I don't see many important points here. Providing minimum wages is good. This thing is you can use in examination. And one more thing. Okay, this depth of distress. MG Narega, if you are saying this, then use the GPS attendance. It is the most relevant issues right now, right? Read it, give it a read, you will understand it. It is very easy, I think. Petty patents can boost R&D. A petty patent regime could encourage domestic enterprise to undertake minor adaptive innovations, right? Let's see. Innovating activity is a key driver of competitiveness and all those things. India's rank 46 in WIPO GII from 81 in 2015 is encouraging. Okay. While these findings are encouraging, India, which aspires to emerge as one of the largest economy of the world, need to move further. So for that we need to boost R&D activities. Okay, percent of GDP is 0.7%, which is low. It needs to be risen to 2%, which cannot be done. Okay, fine. The patent system, the number of patents registered by residents is another indicator. So one indicator is boosting R&D activity, and another is the patent system. So number of patents, okay, filed by enterprises and other institutions have increased from about 23,000. However, patent granted have only been 5,000. Okay, so from 23,000 it has been only 5,000 have been given patent. Fine. I think we'll suggest potentiality and all those things. Petty patents could foster these. So what is this petty patent? Let's see. Petty patents. Okay. So petty patent is a kind of patent where the patent holding time is less. Fine. Let's see the next one. India's interest at WTO Ministerial Conference. On June 17, member countries of WTO wrapped up Ministerial Conference's 12th outing, securing agreement of relaxing patient regulation to achieve global vaccine equity, ensuring food security. Okay, and ensuring food security according to subsidies to fishery sector and continuing moratoriums relevant to e-commerce, among other. Together they constitute Geneva package. Okay. Negotiations could not reach an agreement on issues such as permissible public stocking, threshold for domestic food supply, domestic support to agriculture, cotton and market access. Okay. Within next 6 months, members are expected to decide on increasing the scope of agreement to cover the production and supply of COVID-19 diagnostic as well therapeutics as well. So this was a burning issue where India cannot convince India and other like-minded country. And this Geneva package, just remember this term because UPSC in prelims next year may ask that this term Geneva package was in news, it is related to, and it will give all sorts of United Nations related answers, but it is related to WTO, right? So what is this Geneva package? It is written here. Securing agreements on, let me zoom in. Okay, relaxing patent regulation to achieve global vaccine equity. This is the first point of Geneva agreement. The second point being ensuring food security according to subsidies to the fishery sector and continuing moratorium relevant to e-commerce, among others. Fine. Okay. Now I would advise you, if you have not done your WTO chapter till date, to read this entire article. This is important if you have not done it in your theory part. If you have done it, then you can skip it, right? Auctioning 5G spectrum band. The Union Cabinet gave its nod for those things. A total of 72 gigahertz of spectrum for 20 years will be put on sale. The two issues of the industries are highlighted with regard to upcoming auctions are high reserve prices for spectrum and direct allotment of spectrum to enterprises for captive private network. 5G is expected to form backbone of emerging technologies such as IoT, etc. Okay, so it is more industry relevant. IR 4.0 it is talking about, right? Okay, let's see. Mixed reality has a blurred vision. In 2016, Google attempted to corner a share of market with its cardboard headset. However, it could not make the leap to consumer headset as the smartphone used to power this experience was limited. 3D app drained battery and units were not easy to set up. Microsoft launched its augmented reality headset back in 2015. The industry-defining HoloLens headset had a self-contained computer with CPU, GPU and a hologram processor. According to report by Wall Street Journal, nearly 100 people from mixed reality department left Microsoft within a year. The talent exodus has dealt a blow to Microsoft vision of a mixed reality, making it reroute resources and people at a time when market for audio reality and virtual reality are augmented and virtual reality are heating up. Okay, so this is this thing. Give it a read. It is very easy thing, right? So I think with this we have come to end now. Okay, fine. So before we leave, I'll urge you to subscribe the channel. Okay, share, comment and like the work. Okay, with this I'm ending today's newspaper analysis session. I hope you like it. So goodbye, best of luck, study hard and Jai Hind. So friends, I really hope that you like this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe our channel and share this video with your friend. Follow us on Telegram as well. Also keep studying hard, keep following your dreams and keep tuned to our channel. Comment below for any suggestion. Till then, goodbye, good luck, keep studying hard.